All right. Hello and welcome everyone. I'm Captain Marek and this is Captain of Industry Dev Stream. And finally, this time around we'll be doing the rocket. So strap your belts, we're going to be launching rocket as well as all the other things. Exciting thing happening, but that's not end of that's not end of our journey. I'll talk more about that during the stream. So welcome everyone. I see lots of familiar names in the chat. Thanks for tuning in. Maybe the cats will join us soon. I see them lurking around. And let's get to building right away. So last week we built our fast breeder reactor, our ultimate power source, and I'm already envisioning having a second one, obviously, because you know, we'd like to retire our old nuclear reactors. And in fact, before the stream, I've been playing the game, letting the game play a little bit, and as you can see, I've paused our uranium rod production, and pretty much I paused everything just to use up the fuel and retire those reactors soon. So they are slowly getting used up. I have very few uranium rods left. I have some MOX rods, the recycled rods, still going on. However, that should be used up fairly quickly. What I can do to use up even faster to actually prioritize these generators so that they will use the power instead of the fast breeder reactor, so we can use up the nuclear fuel as fast as possible. So that's a secondary goal in our stream, and then of course if any problems happen we'll solve that. Governor asking is wiki is okay, is slow. We have been having intermittent issues with wiki. It was a little unstable, the server was down sometimes, but I was not able to find the issue why. I've seen a bunch of error logs in the web server, but nothing that looked critical to me. Eventually, you might need to upgrade to a new wiki, but upgrading wiki is, as far as I know, you have to basically install a new wiki and then just migrate the database. So we might need to look into it at some point. Hopefully, it's still up. We are not retiring wiki by any means. Of course, we're going to be supporting wiki. And hopefully, maybe after we are done with trains and stuff, we can spare some time making sure the wiki is more stable. So I think I have connected. Well, there was not much to connect actually. There was just the same fuel and blanket fuel and core fuel connecting, and then I have just connected all four power to the steam. And the reason I have 4 power here and only 2 power here is that basically the reactor has 4 power levels, right? Each level is producing 96 steam, I believe. Is that right? That's right, 96 steam. And each of these rows is consuming 96 steam. So it's basically 2 of them is power, 1 of them is hydrogen. We currently are full on hydrogen, but eventually we're gonna need more of these too. 96 divided by 18, that would be 8. No, 6 maybe? 96 divided by 18? 6? 96 divided by 18, I'm just guessing. Oh, 5 point a little bit. Okay, it's not even divisible. Who designed this? I was expecting integer here. Okay, so I guess we can build 1, maybe 2 more. Is that right? Oh no, but divided by 12, I'm sorry. Divided by 12. Water. So that would be 6, right? 96 divided by 12. 96 divided by 12, just to make sure I'm not... Yeah, 8. Okay, so I remember correctly. It's supposed to be 8, so it is a nice integer. Nice. And then you might be asking, where's the 4th one? So the 4th one, I actually just replugged and paused the steam. And I'm now piping the high pressure steam, or the super pressure steam rather, to our desalination, which actually takes half of the steam, so it's much more efficient to do it this way. So basically, this entire row is one reactor level, which is quite neat. And if we need more, I guess we can pause some turbines here and redirect even more steam into potentially more blocks of desalination. So that was an easy change. I just make new pipe here and just paused because previously we were feeding it reactor steam from the old reactor. That's what was happening. So yeah, I'll just pause this. I think I'm not too worried about space. It's kind of aligned. I'll unpause all this. It requires a lot of material. Let me just quickly copy this. It would be 4,000 construction parts 4, which we actually have 4.3k in storage, so just barely enough for this entire build. We have, our big storage waiting to be used up. Maybe we should have 2 big storages, huh? Too late for that. Yeah, so that's gonna be used up. But we need the power and we need the efficiency from there. I just want to make sure that the water, yeah, I didn't connect the water right. So the water excess needs to go back. And I will just connect it here. Back to the turbines. Might be 60 times. Yeah, oh, this is only T3 pipe. All right, cool. Yeah, that's good. I was just thinking that 60 times 4 is more than 200, right? So actually this needs to be tier 3 as well. Let me even do that, so I don't need to. We are rich at this point. I think spending a few more construction parts on pipes is not a big deal. And actually the stuff flows faster in tier 3 pipes, so little advantage. I think I have, yeah, some trucks work. Jackie is glad that this game is official wiki. Thanks, Jackie. We are kind of, some games have those, like those kind of free wikis, which are full of ads, and we were not too happy about that experience as a user, right? When you are browsing, if you are knowing some kind of recipes or something, you're browsing a wiki, and you have a bunch of ads in your face. It's like, basically they are forcing the ads to run the business, but we can afford to spare some extra bucks to run a web server ourselves. The only disadvantage, of course, is the labor. I think that the money for web server, money is it's okay, but the labor of the maintenance is mostly what we care about, because we're a small team, and every if I spend a half day working on wiki maintenance, that's half day not spent on the game, right? So it's sometimes has to be trade-off, and I can understand some game studios not willing to spend the time in maintaining wiki. But we decided that we would spend the time, and unfortunately sometimes means that the wiki is a little less stable. We might need to find the time right now, for example, right now. So if the wiki is unstable, please let us know, and we will try to fix that. Yeah, so do we need more computing? Probably not, which is nice, because this will definitely take 18 teraflops more. I just want to be cautious. Without computing, the auto regulation is not working. It's going to be overheated, which is not fun. This fast redirector will not damage itself per se when you overheat it. Because the fuel is liquid, so there's a fail-safe. The fuel will be just dumped if it's overheated. However, you will lose all the core fuel, which is quite expensive to remake. That's a disadvantage of overheating the reactor. All right, so I think I can turn off this warning, because we will actually be not... Oh, actually... Oh, did the warning unpause? Oh, it was not paused even. Yeah. We will not be doing these roads anymore, I think. I think we will never need to do this ever. I'll wait for the destruction until everything is used up, which will be momentarily. So, our plans for this week I mentioned, is rocket. And we are quite rich at this point, so building a rocket shouldn't be a problem. I just realized I don't have headphones, so you might actually... I'm usually working and playing without headphones, so I'm not too used to wearing them. But I guess you might hear the sound twice, so if you ever do, let me know. Yeah, it's better. It was pretty low voice, low volume, so probably you didn't hear the music twice. Maybe the clicks. All right. So rockets, right? So I was thinking about it, where to put our rocket, right? And obviously we can put it some crazy place like down in the crater or down in the coal mine or some high hill. But at the end, I said, like, you know, rocket is... Let's make it convenient for the factory, not like some kind of flashy location. Let's be more, you know, yeah, more convenient location I think is better in this case. So we will need just 2 items. We will need launch pad and rocket assembly, and they need to be connected by some kind of road, or at least some surface that the rocket can travel on. And the rocket needs steel, gold, and electronics 3. Now, we have steel and electronics 3 right here. However, gold, I guess gold we can ship. Now, the rocket is something we're probably not going to be building a lot of. So shipping everything doesn't seem like a big of an issue. Maybe just the steel could be easily belted in, but steel is right here on the belt somewhere, so it's always easy. So it's just a question where, in which part of a factory will not need any space, right? So this one is even blocked. Okay, never mind. Since last time, by the way, I was waiting for the construction parts to be made, and I've made some roads, as you can see. For everyone, those roads are just for, you know, just for me. The trucks don't care about them too much because any surface is good enough. So it doesn't matter whether it's, you know, cobblestone or concrete. So they don't care. This truck is pretty good driving on it until it's not. Yeah, so it's basically just for me to kind of see where I should leave space. For example, I should not build a building over here, right? This is the reason for me marking those roads, right? I can fix this one. And I have put little markings on the roads, so kind of basically to see where I'm not supposed to build. That's the main purpose of the roads for now. We have no warnings, by the way, 0 notifications. That's amazing. Everything is going so well, despite this being the hardest difficulty. Now, I placed it here, maybe not as a bad place. It's a very convenient location, everything is close by. We even have gold actually here. This is our recycled gold. So maybe we can even belt the gold in. This is our recycled furnaces. So I've also, by the way, expanded this. I didn't wait for stream because I thought that building 4 recycling plants instead of 2 is not exciting content. So now we see it. Basically, I just doubled because we are not recycling fast enough. So I just doubled the recycling plant and just put. I made this kind of thing. Basically, each pair of recycling plants goes into this sorting row, and then the results of sorting is kind of merged into one. So we have recycled iron is the first, recycled copper is the second, recycled glass or broken glass is the third, and then the rest would be just gold. And gold goes right here. I just place it right here on the location because gold doesn't require any other products to be remelted. So it's just like that. And it works pretty well. I think we needed extra throughput. I realized our trash or recyclables from our settlement were not being recycled because the storage was full. So we were kind of losing recyclables. So basically when recyclables are not being used up, they turn into trash. You just dump it on as a waste. So, or you have to process the waste. So actually not collecting recyclables does have a negative effect by producing more trash. So and if you recycle, obviously when you do process recyclables, you're gonna get materials back. And currently I think I'm at 90%. So basically it's really, really important to recycle to reduce the material usage in maintenance mostly. Research already gone, but mostly maintenance at this point. Yeah. All right. So is this small location reasonable? I think it's functional. This location is we're not going to be scaling our rocket production for 5 rocket depots. It's kind of central. It's nice in a not necessarily exactly in the middle, but mostly central location. Yeah. Jake is saying that their settlement can't burn enough trash to offset loss in recycling. Yeah, my problem was exactly that. So basically, just to give you a little bit of a info. So my problem was that these two, I have incineration plants, right? And they were actually not keeping up. And I was like, why are we producing so much trash? That's because they're both 144. That's a lot of trash to be processed. So first of all, I upgraded the belt, but still, it was not keeping up. And then I looked up our recycling. It used to be here. I moved it a little bit closer, right here. And basically, the storage. Oh, actually, it is now. Even now, it's actually quite full. Oh, it's filling up. That's a lot of recyclables from settlement. We're actually supplying now household appliances, consumer electronics, and household goods. So all these produce recyclables. And we're basically supplying as much as they want. So lots of recyclables. So when I see this, it tells me that it is not it could be my trucks being busy, but also it could be that the storage at the other end is too small. And the reason, this is actually a very important thing you guys want to consider when you are doing a long range shipping, like I do, that when the truck is delivering supplies, it kind of reserves spot for delivery, right? So if our storage is 360 big, the maximum amount of trucks en route to this storage is, well, my truck is 78. I have some 8x to increase the number. So 360 divided by 78, that's 4, actually 4, right? 5 wouldn't fit. So at most, 4 trucks will be on the way, right? And if truck takes a certain amount of time, you can compute throughput through this, right? So it might be that the storage is small enough that 4 trucks on the way is not enough to satisfy this line. And you can imagine logistics has some busy periods, so it's not always the max throughput. Which means that this storage might be too small. And then we might need just bigger storage. Which I did not consider when I was planning this, that actually the storage would be not too small because of the absolute value, but too small of the throughput. So basically storage size also dictates throughput via trucks. So I am a little lucky, I see, because I have 2 storages here I could build. I could also build a big storage, perhaps. I would have to move. I was kind of planning to leave space for maintenance, to be able to expand on maintenance. In the worst case, I could expand maintenance here on the right side. So what if I do something like this? Oh, not this way. Oops. Like that. Now let me pause. Let me pause the logistics for this storage to kind of empty it out. And I think I just want to pull the big storage. I don't want to be dealing with small storages here. I thought small storage would be enough because there's always going to be, conveyor belt out, but I didn't consider the throughput limitations with the trucks. And this is, by the way, true when you, for example, delivering trucks directly to the machine, right? For example, if you relied on the pressed recyclables to be delivered straight into the recycling center, it would be working. However, again, there would be a limited amount of trucks en route. I think at that point would be only one truck en route, I would think. Be able to, well, actually, yeah, there's a 360 storage, so it would be same as the storage. So if I look, for example, at, I don't know, you could be delivering, like here, right? You could be delivering steel to this assembler directly. This is actually true in an early game, by the way. In a very early game, for example, when you have an oil refinery and you're delivering crude oil there by trucks. Think about the throughput limitations. And if you see the refinery idle, consider building a storage. That would be the message here. All right, so this is now done. I will fit exactly, yes. I'm so lucky that it just worked out. This is gonna be pressure recyclables. We can be importing them. We can also build this guy. And now I would like to see whether this was a logistics, not enough trucks problem, or it was the throughput problem I was explaining. So maybe, you know, after half an hour or so, we could check on the storage and see whether there was a problem. I could also improve this conveyor belt, even though I don't think that's necessarily the issue. Right. All right. So now let's check later and see if this storage actually gets emptied out, because now it's overflowing, obviously. We'll see. I already see 2 trucks on the way, maybe even 3. Right, so now we can have more than 4, right? Now we can have actually a lot of trucks on the way. So that's be no longer an issue. Maybe once we have trains in the game, we can... I would love to set up a big train servicing the settlement. I would love to bring materials in and then take the stuff out. That'd be perfect for train service, I think. Well, we can see, I already see 4 trucks on the way, and they are not even there yet. For sure, this is gonna be a problem. All right. Let me see if you guys have any comments. Mr. Arv saying that you have a great game. Thanks. We are pouring our soul into it. Copa saying Factory I can't compete. Wow, I'm flattered. I mean, Factory is different. You know, it's a little different, right? It's a little more about, I guess, kind of scaling up and making. I guess for me, like making a, you know, like a large rows of assemblers and stuff like that, and you know, trains coming in from far with resources. In this game, I think there's, I guess my biggest row is here of assemblers, and that's the only reason is because I didn't want to upgrade to robotic assemblers. So actually, robotic assemblers, interestingly enough, are double the power, double the throughput. So I could reduce this in half. So this is now maybe 12, so it could be 6. And if I do even robotic assembler tier 2, I could do it again in half. So I could actually service this whole thing with maybe 4 tier 2 robotic assemblers or tier 5 assemblers, which, you know, would reduce the space needed. So you could actually basically finish the game with 5 assemblers doing electronics. That's it. The same with construction parts. But you actually don't need to scale as much. We have options to increase the throughput, which, yeah, it's a little different. So, where was I? Before our trash talk, we are building rockets. So I think this location is fine. I see nothing wrong with this location. We will need to supply steel, gold, and electronics. I can just make 3 storages here. I see no problem with that. Or we can just grab steel from here. Is this steel? Yes. Which, by the way, I also see steel is barely, barely keeping up. So we might need to upgrade steel as well to in near future. I think we just need to add a new block. So I'll probably remove those exhaust scrubbers we don't need. And so I can remove them if I upgrade all those furnaces to be electric. We can do that too. We can do that too. So yeah, this location is good. Let me quickly check on our fast breed reactor. What's going on here? I think it's ready to roll. What are P5, P6, P7, P8? Okay. All right. Yeah, so we have a little bit left. All right, so let's build the rockets and then we can deconstruct the nuclear plant. So I think this is fine. I'll leave a little bit extra space if I need more conveyor belts going around. Rocket will come out here and it'll just, wiggle itself into here. It would be nicer to make it exactly opposite of the thing, but honestly, I mean, we are building rocket on wheels, so hey, use the wheels and turn around, right? I mean, make a little twisty turn. I think that's totally fine. And rocket will need, I believe, hydrogen as a fuel and water as the deluge system for launch. So yeah, I think that's fine. I'm fine with this. Let's build it. It's, by the way, very expensive. 1,500 construction parts, and the launch pad is not as much. The launch pad is mainly concrete and steel, which, by the way, steel, we actually do not have 1,000 steel on hand. I just realized. We have 70 steel on hand. My. All right, so our steel expansion might need to happen right now, I think. Yeah, John is saying that the throughput hint makes sense. Yeah, then good. It's a good thing to kind of realize. And once you realize, I think lots of things become more clear. Like, why would you not be able to, supply? Because sometimes, you can see the trucks are busy, so you might think, oh, maybe the trucks are too busy. But sometimes it's not that, right? So, by the way, quickly checking, it was 82% last time we checked. Now it is 53%. So even though logistics is busy, it's already decreasing the storage. So that's already telling me that it was the truck throughput issue, which is nice. Can I steal some steel? I can't steal, but I can borrow. Should we make the biggest loan on steel ever? I could borrow 5,000 steel right now. Borrow now and figure out later. That's certainly something we could do. Well, we'll see. If we have 20 minutes left on the stream and we'll still cannot build this, maybe it would be time to loan some steel. For now, I'll probably try to just upgrade those furnaces, honestly. It's gonna be a little bit of a project. And the reason why a little bit of a project is that we would need to swap out coal. Do I have Unity? I have Unity. Ooh, but I don't have construction parts for the furnaces, right? Ooh, there was a little miscalculation. How much does it cost? Ooh, 175. So we actually might need to borrow construction parts, in fact. Oh, I can't do that. Do I just need better relationships with some settlements? Or I can't even... Sometimes you can donate and get a better trade offers. Does that matter? Let me check. I haven't upgraded all my settlements to the last level, so... I can load crew. We even have not enough people. Oh man. And now I'm a little worried about our rocket launch plans. It looked all, all fantastic, but now we have not enough people suddenly. Maybe we can build some people here. We have negative unity gain even. What's going on? What's costing us unity so suddenly? Oh, it was consumer electronics. Yeah, I guess we are little bit short of consumer electronics. All right, so I guess temporarily I can make a little... Not ideal, because here I was kind of hoping to mine coal. You can temporarily do something like this. So this house is a fountain to make extra unity, right? All right. This needs construction parts 3, fortunately, which we have. So let's do that. Right, so our plants are crumbling a little bit because we are not having enough construction parts for... So I'll pause this actually. Oh, actually, I'll pause the construction, I wanted to say. In fact, I will cancel it and recover the construction parts, actually. Because it's 400, and that could give me a bunch of furnaces. And in the meantime, it will probably gonna get more. So, all right, let's do the steel. I have to be a little brave here. So the easiest way to do this is to... Instead of coal, there should be limestone. Right. I just need to see the furnace. Let me put it somewhere I can see it. If I would like to make steel, that would be iron ore and iron scrap. Right. All right, so this is to be rotated. And I need, yes, iron ore and limestone is to go in the middle. Then water and graphite. Right. So now my middle ports are coal and iron ore, coal and scrap. Yes, so I will need to redirect limestone to be in the middle. Coal is going to be gone. And then I have to pipe in water and graphite. Right, so where could we put a graphite storage? Ooh, we actually do have graphite storage here. Well, anyway, we need graphite storage. I'll copy this one. You know, I have a little nice steel nook here, but honestly, I'm probably gonna forfeit it for graphite storage. Because there's no other good place for it. And the steel can be picked up by the trucks on this side anyway. And the water doesn't need truck service. So, I'm sorry. Sorry, Nook. I'll have to use this. Graphite. And this will have to go... It's gonna be a little tricky to convey it. Oh, I can go through this side, okay. That's good. Okay, and this side is better. Okay, so this is good. This will definitely work. And I will replace the top belt with this. So I'll just keep it here for now. Coal we no longer need, which is nice. Alright, so now we have 500 construction parts. I'm a little worried if I demolish it now, I will halt the production. How about we boost this? Oh, we have not enough workers again. Oh, they're still coming up. Alright, ship, you deliver. Oh, it's not. I think I set my camera location on the... How was it? It was like a number... Oh yes, it was number 4 and 5. Okay. Oh, nice. You can store camera shortcuts. Oh, I guess our logistics is really busy. Right, I think our reactors are officially out of fuel. They're just running on residue inside of them. Yeah, I'm not turning on the fast breeder until this is all used up. Oh, this one also needs steel. Oh, I'll pause this one too. Wow, okay. I'll rebuild the rocket depot here. Roughly in the same location as it used to be. I will wait. So the furnace costs the easier way. If you open the copy tool and hover over a building, that's the easier way. 175. So we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, jeez. We need 1,000 of these guys. All right. That's a lot. And then we have to deal with the steam as well, right? These guys gonna output steam as well as slag. That's a little complicated. It's a little complicated. Okay, so I'll pause limestone belt. I'll let them use up all the limestone. That's probably not gonna help me though, right? Yeah, not worth it. Yeah, if I had the limestone in the right belt, it would be easier just to add these new ones at the end. I guess future tip for everyone who's building furnaces: feed your coal on the outermost, on the third port on the edge, because then upgrading to the arc furnaces would be easier. Because that port disappears for arc furnace and coal disappears for arc furnace. So basically, there should be a bigger coal sign here. Maybe we could enforce that actually. Interestingly enough, we could enforce that the coal comes in here always, and that would actually make everyone's life easier. Interesting. Yeah, the thing is, if I just swap coal and limestone, they're gonna get stuck because they're not gonna use the same. They're not using it at the same rate, right? They're much more coal. So I just have to demolish everything. I think. I don't think there's an easy way here. The reason why I'm kind of hesitating because we don't have enough parts to construct all the new furnaces. So that's my only hesitation here. And we are making 6 parts per minute. Alright, let's see any other problems. Okay, so more problems here, not enough sand. Alright, let's I think there's more there, right? There's some sand there. I think there's sand everywhere underneath here as well. Yes. There's sand. It's kind of deceiving, right? It looks like this is all rock, but actually the sand it's going down, right? It's deeper and deeper. The question is, do I care? I think I do care. And the reason I do care is because there's no other sand really easily available. And in fact, I think I do care so much, I might need to even dump more rock to get more sand. So yeah, I think I do care about this sand, which means, well, that's easy then. If I do care, then you guys keep mining. Yeah, if this sand runs out, we have sand here, which I have experimentally I put one excavator here, I think. Yeah. Have a little backup in case something goes wrong. But this sand is not as big. It's this is a starter sand for the hard well, for the, I guess, secondary sand for the hard location. There's one here and that's it, I think. Sand here. And there might be one more sand in this location, on this beach, and then we are out of sand. So at that point, we would have to actually import quartz and crush into sand. A little bit here, but this is like so complex to get to. Not even wanting that. Yeah, so that's the reason I actually care about the sand. All right, so back to steel. Our construction parts are increasing quite steadily. I think in a few minutes we're gonna have over 1,000. However, we need 1,700. Interesting. Can I deliver now? Yes. Okay, so I think I'm okay with wasting a little bit of exhaust at this point. So let me disable this. Now, I believe there was a steam was coming here. Oh, but also only, okay. So that's this. I will mimic. Okay, so there was a 3 tiles in between. We could even make it more compact, by the way. I don't think, oh, well, it's gonna be, yeah. Let's not. Let's not make it, let's not change it. And I can't even fit 2 more, I can see, because of those. So maybe in the meantime I can maybe compact these pipes. We did, by the way, we don't need the coal power plant. It's more like a backup now. It's a little bit in the way. I think we can certainly make it more compact somehow. For example, pipe the exhaust into here. From this side, right? And then the water. This is just a priority from the recovery. We can make the same priority right here, I feel. So we can prioritize this input. And then this is kind of useless. That's all right. All right. Would this give us enough space to... there's one tile in between. Oh, we need one more tile? Yep. All right, one more tile then. The reason I am not decommissioning this entire coal power plant is mostly safety. If something happens with my fast breeder reactor, it's not as simple to restart it. Like, it takes time and effort if something wrong happens. So I'm kind of being a little bit cautious here by keeping those power plants. I don't need, maybe I can demolish this one thing, but yeah, I just redirect all those pipes one tile over. Hopefully it's gonna be, oh yeah, boiler is in the way. All right, boiler has to go. So now water will go this way. Exhaust is making little funny shapes here. Which, by the way, is not being processed in time, or why? Oh, this has to go other way around. Got it. Yes, this is correct. And now we have oxygen pipe for the steel furnaces, which I'm surely can pipe through the other side. Oh, it didn't have to be tier 3 though. Alright, let's make it tier 2. I'm disabling snapping, so I can easily kind of hover over other transports. Alright. Okay. Now I can fit this guy, and I think it's flipped, right? The reason I think it's flipped is because it's flipped the other way around, because exhaust is inside. Right, the exhaust is inside and the slug is outside. Right, so the exhaust and slug and everything, the outputs are the same. So it is kind of, the upgrade is, you know, not as simple in place, but it's also not completely redesigning the whole thing. It's just, I think what we should do, as I mentioned, we should enforce the call on the very outer port, which then would make the upgrade much more straightforward, I think. It would be a good idea. Yeah, I could replace the coal plant for diesel and stuff like that, certainly. I'm just, I guess not, currently don't want to do too much of big changes. And the reason why I don't want to change the spacing and stuff, because we have all the other stuff behind the furnaces. I just don't want to redesign this whole area. I want to just swap the furnaces. So I'm keeping the spacing the same, even though you could change the spacing and all that. I think it would be possible to remove this one tile, perhaps. But then you wouldn't be able to do this. Yeah, it's okay. We managed to squeeze one more in. So in the meantime, while we're waiting for 1700, I will plan the steam. And in fact, maybe I can. Yeah, I just need steam and condensation. I'm not too worried about the power. Here actually we do have power, right? Yeah, we have power. I guess we could. We can just pipe the steam from the furnaces to those turbines. But yeah, I'm not sure. Folks, this is getting a little... I'll decommission this entire block, I think. This block I will not need. The thing is, tier 2... I explained it before, right? The turbines need constant power, constant steam input. And if the turbine requires too much, it will kind of spin up, spin down, spin up, spin down, and it's not going to be doing constant power. And that's the reason why I need smaller turbines, actually, to be able to utilize the exhaust steam better. So these tier 2 turbines are not great. And by the way, are they costing... Oh yeah, they are costing tier 4 construction parts. Ooh, nice. 60 and 60. That's a half furnace. Pretty good. And also Captain Boba showed up. So let me see if I can turn the webcam. Oop. Welcome, Boba. Welcome to the stream. Now you can sleep now. Sorry for disturbing your 20-hour day sleep schedule. All right, so we will need steam output, and I will just make it at the highest. Can I squeeze it there? This is my plan, to put it here, and then will it just fit everywhere? Yes. Yes, it will. That is perfect. And if I look at the connections, the steam is right here. And I think I can do, you know, similar thing to what I did here. Maybe, yeah, this is fine. We already have the flywheels there, actually. And the generator, actually. Nice. So I'll just demolish one generator. Another 40 construction parts. Very convenient. We need that. And in fact, we nearly have 1.7k that we need for the furnaces. That's nice. All right. We already have flywheels. Is my shaft the right way around here? I'm actually not sure. Oh, I have to do this. Oh, it's not. Of course it's not. So you can see the shaft is the other way around. These turbines have a rotation direction. However, this is the one we actually wanted, right? I think so. Because now here the output... Yeah, the output's gonna go to the condensation. Yeah. So let's... And here I'm also gonna do the priority. So we can prioritize one turbine over the other, so that we can maximize the throughput and not worry about the spin up, spin down issues too much. So we'll prioritize just one of them. I think we can build this. All right, so that's a little reused. Eventually we'll clean this up. Maybe it's little, you know, legacy stuff. So there will be steam out, and then one new thing is steam in, water in, sorry, not steam. And water we have right here, very conveniently. However, we need to be able to go through this conveyor wall somehow. So ideally, I'll grab water from here and just do this. Yes. Just like that. It's our pipe, and we will connect the water just like so. And the slag, I'm sure the slag can do something like this instead of putting two belts there. Yeah, that was a little excessive. I believe this is, by the way, template for a JD Place. I took, or for somebody, I think I took. Or did I make it myself? I think I took it from somebody. Maybe JD. I can check. Hub? Or was it from Callan? I'm actually not sure. Maybe I think I took it from someone, just as a showcase of our hub blueprint system. This is different, I think. Yeah, this is like a one block. Upgradable smelters. Let's see. There would be steel. Yes, this is it. Yeah, so it was from JD. It was JD. You can download on our hub, COI hub. It was called Upgradable Smelters from JD Plays. So that's where I took it. That's his design. So let's stick with it. All right. So we have water in, we have steam out. Graphite will take place of, instead of limestone, and limestone will go to the coal belt, and coal is going to disappear. So I believe it's time to start working on the transition. I will unpause this graphite so we can get it built. Hi Exempt, I see on Twitch. Something is broken, you just fell. I think it's our consumer electronics, honestly. I think we are out of electronics. I quickly look. Yeah, we are not keeping up with electronics, and the reason is we are not keeping up with microchips, I think. Yeah. You can see here, I'm using only Access Electronics 3 for consumer electronics because, you know, Electronics 3 is very valuable to me. So as you can see, I've already penciled in an extra row of processors, CPUs, because that's actually what's missing, right? The CPUs are the one, or microchips is the one that's actually missing. However, as you can see, this will take another 1700 of construction parts 4. So once we have that, we can commence and build. I'm actually quite impressed that construction parts 3 are keeping up with all those boosted machines. Maybe we can upgrade this guy as well. Pop it. Yeah, now we have 1.8k, so I'm quite comfortable with destroying. See, the coal is now all gone. So we have 300 unities, so I'm just gonna use Unity for everything. And now the limestone belt is gone. Limestone belt is gone. I'm just holding Control and Shift while doing this. Control means do it immediately for Unity. Shift means do the entire belt until a connector. Yeah, we're gonna have a bunch of... So this will actually be graphite, so I can even remove this. There were some issues with belt. Some upgraded belts in between non-upgraded belts. That's all right. The limestone, very easy transition, is now right here. That's all tier 2 belt. Very nice. I think I can grab the furnaces. I'll just pause the game for now, just not... Yes, you can see all the green connection marks. That's what I want to see. Everything is green. 2, 3, 4. That's fantastic. Now, water connection. 1, 2. I can even copy paste this probably, just to make it a little easier. If you hold shift while copy pasting, you're gonna keep the stuff you're pasting for, you can paste multiple times. And the exhaust is connected, and the steam. This one is probably just easier to just do manually. You can also choose to just build a smokestack and just vent the steam out if you're not interested in, keeping it. I think the power is perhaps not as important as the water reclamation. So if I didn't have this ready, I was just ready to just put single cooling tower in the end and just condense the water back in instead of using it. The only trouble is now that the condensation is returning water to here, but there's no water sink actually. Is this what this pipe is doing? Yeah, we might need a... Yes. That could be a problem. So I will do one more splitter here. If you press C, as I just did, you can copy paste this, and I will take additional... If this backfeed is prioritized here, but still this might not use it up, right? So I'll take one more pipe, put it all the way here. That would be the priority, just to not back up the reclamation, the water reclaimed loop. Oh, I see. The JD overlaps the slag belt, but then the furnaces will be colliding, right? If you put it twice as close. Maybe I'm not understanding something about this build. And the 2 slag belts here is, it's a little unnecessary, right? I mean, we can certainly We can do it right now, actually. Even here, yes, I think so. Can certainly do just a simple like this, right? And even here, I mean, that was little, just to make it a little neater. This can certainly be direct connection. Now, if we are without steel for a longer time, our maintenance gonna be bad. So I'll be pausing the game a little bit, even though I'm usually not pausing the game. But I'm just, I don't want to collapse my factory just because of a steel upgrade. Yeah, here's a video on how to do it. Yeah, I see. I guess I didn't, I didn't read the manual. I didn't read the tutorial how to place it properly, I guess. So I just placed it the way I just kind of placed it, and then I have little gaps here, which now I'm paying for it, needing extra space. Hopefully this will eventually disappear, and then we can, you know, expand the steel even further. But I think one more block is plenty for now. Talking about plenty, I just need the slack actually. So maybe I spoke too early. I think it's all right. It's gonna be is it here. No, it's not. It's one more. It's here. No. Here. Yes. All right. And now we will connect. This is usually on the inner side. Doesn't matter. Just copy the same design. Then this one needs upgrade. This one needs upgrade. This one. I'll use tier 1 to connect the furnace. Beautiful. This is not needed for now. And the last is the graphite rods. And I think we have a belt. Oh, now we made the belt a little harder to access. Well, okay, let's see if we can. Oh, it can go out, okay. And it will go right here. I'll remove snapping so we can just make a long replacement. What happened here? Okay. You can hold shift to make it all straight. By the way, should this be tier 1 or tier 2 belt? I'm not even sure. Oh, 3. Okay, tier 1 belt is plenty. Even though it doesn't matter much. Okay, enable snapping again. And just like that. Can you connect? Oh, this way, okay. A little tricky in this if you have so many belts around, but the snapping, maybe from this side will be easier. Yeah. Yeah, just like that. Fortunately, we have only one belt to snap to. There's no... Oop, is there a... Okay, there is something in the way here, and that's exhaust. Oh dear. Okay. Exhaust has to be dealt with. Alright. That's everything except this one. This one is a little tricky because I have... The thing is, I have double exhaust here because we used to have so much exhaust. I think now we're gonna have less exhaust, but not by much. I guess by much, by half. Will 1-3 tier 3 pipe be? I think maybe enough. I think the exhaust is gonna be scaled down significantly. You know what? I'll risk it. I'll risk it, and I'll do it. I'll do this. And if we're gonna get backup of an exhaust, I'll be not happy later. That's I'm quite confident that we no longer, because we upgraded copper to be arc furnaces, we upgraded steel now, and then iron's gonna be next, and exhaust is gonna go down by half. All right. So now the last thing is to copy paste this entire contraption, which I think I need a little more. I need to include in the connectors all the way here. Okay. Let's see if we have space here. Maybe the connector over there is going to be in the way. I believe it's this way. Oh, that was close. Exactly. Exactly there. We don't need this. Oh, we do need that actually. I'm sorry. That was necessary. There might be some pieces missing. I'll see once it's built. Now it's kind of, as it goes, it's kind of hard to look at. So I'll see if there needs to be any upgrades. I'm pretty sure there's some tier 3 versus tier 2 pipes. For example, this pipe piece is tier 3. Not sure why. All right. So I think I'll just build this. Can we just unity build everything? What happens? How much unity would that be? 146. All right. Let's just do that. And we are left with 197 construction parts. Very nice. All right. Graphite is incoming. Limestone is incoming. It's all looking pretty good. COI saying furnaces needs to be redesigned. Do you mean like the arc furnaces, like in the game, how they work, they have to be redesigned, or the way how I build them should be redesigned? And if either way, feel free to elaborate. What do you mean by redesigning? I'm pretty sure we will need more data centers, because this will spike our computing. We'll see. Okay, truck's trying to arrive here for some reason. It's gonna take a while until the graphite rods saturate. Yeah, it's not that while actually. It's already saturated here, here, here. Also, our power might be a little funny, so I think I will enable this fast breeder. These guys are done, right? Mostly, yeah. Let's turn it on. Oh, wait. Did I not? Oh, I did connect water. Okay. I was a little scared. I see the water ports. I didn't connect emergency water, actually, which maybe I should. Nah, that's a little dangerous proposition. Do not have emergency water in the reactor. Especially running on 4x. Okay, that should fill up. Yeah, this is my alert, nuke emergency. It's there's some slack. Need to sort it out as well. Ooh, limestone. All right. For you guys, this limestone is really deep, and I'm kind of playing with fire here a little bit, digging right next to a coastline. Ooh, that's really close. That was not a... I don't think I should be digging that close. There's still so much limestone. This is deep. Man. Well, let's go deeper then. Yeah, I think these guys no longer need to be filled. Just want to make sure they are not like you know, one truck is dumping, one is mining on the bottom. They're not fighting with each other. But yeah, we definitely would love to have this dumped. And in fact, this should be the right height, not one tile lower. Oop. Just like that. Yeah, there'd be a little jacuzzi here, and you know, getting the water out at this point, it's fairly annoying. If it would happen on stream, I would just bite the bullet. If it would happen in my private game, I would totally reload the game and say nothing happened, because the only way how to remove the water would be to dump it flat again and then mine it again, which is a lot of work. So, you know, pumps in kind of industry currently do not pump properly. Maybe at some point, at some day, they will. Stay tuned in the future. Right. So how is our steel doing? Is our steel stealing? All right. Is this properly connected or something did not connect? Oh, yes. The oxygen did not connect. I guess, yes. There was no place for this guy. Seems important. Oop, I think Boba decided to leave. All right. See you later. I guess maybe hungry or not cozy enough. All right, so that's oxygen. Now we don't even have molten iron. That's because we don't have water. And that's because... Ooh. Oh, yeah, okay. There's a little water issue here. Not sure how did that happen. But, okay, water. Oh yeah, now we're rolling. I just wanted to see steel being produced because we are quite starved on steel. Maybe I should put a alert actually. Notify less than 25%. I can rename steel. We have oh, this is our coal guys. All right. I'd say just keep digging. I want to place a settlement there, I think. Because we will need that for the rocket. And this water, which is very, very, very important. To be reconnected like that. All right. This definitely has to... Oh, this has alert, okay. This is our entire water for settlement. People are saying that we should build desalination just for settlement, which is probably a good idea. I would say it is a good idea. And in fact, what I would probably do, I would even make like electric boilers for the desalination just to make it very self-contained. Maybe we can... oh, there is some dumping designations here. Maybe we can send a crew to mine a little bit of this rock and make it nice and flat and then make desalination right here. Sounds like a good idea. We delivered our cargo. They gave us more loans. Maybe they need more. Let's go home. Oh, something is wrong with this pipe. To make collapse. I see. Please don't collapse. It's a little too steep here, I think. Ah, okay, here, maybe this way. Okay. All right. Careful, folks. This water supply quite important. Okay, our furnace doesn't have a slack. All right, so that was my optimization that didn't. Okay, one. Oh, this is tier 3. Oh no. I did not intend to be tier 3. Just for the sake of having it. So it's probably tier 3 everywhere, right? Oh no, it's not? Only there? Alright. Okay. What is missing? Oh, we have issue with coal still leaking on those belts. Alright. That's true. I will need to purge them, and trucks might not have access. Okay, so the easiest way probably is to just destroy the belt. Because let's see if trucks can access them. Probably just faster to destroy. Oh, this actually truck did have access to this one. This was... Oh, this was actually right here. Maybe I should have left trucks to remove it. I think from this side would be much easier again. Alright. Alright, so pure limestone. Yes. I want to see them all working. How's our power? Power is fine. Computing. Oh yeah, computing is not fine. That's what I was thinking. However, I think I am somewhat ready. So I can do this, this. And I will need definitely add another cooling stage. Each data center needs one, so that's easy math. Except the water pipes. Yeah, okay, I should definitely have these as tier 2 always, regardless of how many there are. Just to not forget, kind of like, you know, having a main tier 2 and then just the branches are T1. That's a more foolproof solution, I think. Okay, I built this one too. Oh, never mind. We have one extra. All right, and we should have all the servers in the world. Yep, that's gonna help. All right, we still have low supply of steel. All right, how much steel? 24. Okay, so times 10, is it? Yes, so 240. Which means we need actually a tier 3 belt, which is amazing. Let's upgrade that. There's actually some, some are leaking directly to mechanical parts, so perhaps not strictly necessary, but yeah, this should be fine. I'll do one more here, maybe tier 3. speed up the deliveries. All right. Now we have to refill our backlog, but then we should be still positive. And in fact, I think I can re-enable construction of this and this, I think. Right, let's see if we can make it to the rocket. We have 40 minutes left, roughly. We can maybe go a little longer if this is not enough, because I would like to do it this stream. Yeah, COI is looking for the separate destination for settlement. Nice. Yeah, I would love to see our steel chart. By the way, to give you a little bit of an insider knowledge, since you're watching streams, so you get to have a little more knowledge than otherwise. As a part of update 3, we are redesigning the UI, and that includes, you know, statistics and HUD and everything. And we have made, I think, much better looking and functioning stats. So hopefully you'll enjoy that as well. You know, we have proper, you know, charts with grid lines, and we have even, for some certain charts, we have bar charts instead of line charts. I think bar charts works pretty well, for example, for health. You kind of see the positives and negatives stacked on top of each other, instead of having like a separate total and then separate the breakdown. Unity also, I think stacked bar chart works pretty well. So we are doing that, and in fact, the new UI is even faster. And now actually the UI, it takes some performance away, even though it's not as noticeable. But you can see, for example, well, actually you can't see. Oh, power. Wait a second. I'll tell you later about the charts. Now we have a power outage, which, why would that be? Nothing is wrong with our... Oh, yes. Lots of things wrong with our setup. Oh, man. Definitely not a happy place. All right. That should help. So I should be warned by only one cooling tower was cooling. And now this should be, hopefully... Yeah, the reactor has to spin up. Let me see, everything is working as expected. Oh. For some reason, this super steam is not getting steam. For some reason. So input is full. Oh, this mechanical. Okay, it's actually fully. Yeah, it's fully powered. Is it? I think that's what it was. There's not enough demand. Yeah, this is working fine. Yeah. By the way, talking about UI, we have actually better UI for the turbines and everything, so that situation like this would be much easier to understand in the new UI. It's just a little overcomplicated, so it's simplified and more understandable. So regarding new UI, I was talking about the statistics. So I have a FPS counter which is not visible on stream, but I can tell you that if I'm, for example, looking here, I have a 77 FPS, and if I open my statistics on, for example, food, I have 7 FPS. So I've lost 7 FPS on showing this chart, which is not end of the world, but it's 10% decrease in performance. And I think the new UI has maybe half of a quarter performance needed. So you will lose much less for performance for much better graphs. That's win-win. SGT is asking, when is UI update planning to be released? And it is the update 3. With the trains, with everything else, is going to be all together in one big update. So we are working in parallel on trains and on UI. And it's going to be all together. Just, it would be so much harder to have multiple updates and staggered and make sure, QA testing and compatibility and everything. So all the features I'm talking about, all the improvements, will be part of update 3. Not longer. So maybe you were worried that would be update 4, the UI. We understand that the UI is a potential weak point, and sometimes people think that because the UI looks a little more simple, it's something is not right, so we are improving, so it should look like the UI should be kind of out of EA, right? I guess the game is in early access and the UI is in early access. This is early access UI, and once we done the overhaul, it's going to be kind of like a finished UI, and other parts of the game are still in early access, like the world map and fighting and stuff. So that's going to be... Trains are kind of like a bonus. Trains are not present, and they will be present. So I guess the lack of trains is early access, basically. All right, so I was distracted by talking about UI update. So I wanted to look basically on our steel production. You can see past years our consumption was above production. And I was hoping that now we will jump. It's kind of all over the place. I would like to see more of a steady... Why is it not stable? Are we missing something? Yeah. We don't have enough inputs. Interesting. So I guess we need to upgrade those belts. And I don't have Unity. Oh man, what's going on? Alright, so that's definitely not a good thing to have no Unity. What happened with my Unity? Alright, so I had to reduce some definitely some edicts. I think clean solar panels I don't need. Water state ventilator 3 is pretty expensive. Maintenance reducer, I think I have a pretty solid maintenance. Farming boost. Yeah, I think I will reduce that. Oh, I have no water maybe. That's why. What have I done? Oh man. Did these guys dig the pipe or did I mess up the... Of course, it was flipped. Alright. Alright, so the edicts were fine. We're just... I cut out the water for settlement, so... another reason why to make a self-contained settlement water, right? I mean, I know. I'll eat my mistakes. Even though I had warning for such a long time. I guess I need to do more like settlement water critical. Next time it's gonna show up. It's gonna show the thing I can... it's gonna be like that. Or I can even do exclamation points. Yeah, like that. Should be in my face. There is some critical issue. Wait a second, do they need 600 water per 60? Is that a thing? That seems like too much. Oh, it's because of the water saver I cannot afford. Was I relying on it so much? Farming boost, okay, let's disable that. Now, how come suddenly corn has not enough water here? That seems to be unrelated. Am I having problems with water or something? Oh, maybe that's unrelated. It'd be funny to kind of lose the game just before launching the rocket. Hopefully that's not gonna happen. Okay, it's down to 399. That should be... Yeah, I guess we are relying on the water reducers quite a bit. That's quite interesting. Right, I think we are recovering unity-wise. Let me close all these. Yeah. Which also, maybe I should have a bigger storage here, by the way. Maybe one, two small storages would be... that's all right, next time. I'll make the desalination here. I understand that having a single pipe coming from, from all the way here. Like if anything happens to this pipe, I'm in trouble. Which is not a, particularly safe thing to have. So, yeah. Right. So what I'm gonna do, actually, I will take these excavators. I'll send them actually right here. And the reason I want to send them here is I'd like to just level this and this. Just level the whole thing. I guess this is not necessary. Yeah, this is fine. Just to make space for the desalination next time. I'm convinced having this water already cost me so many headaches, so I'll switch. Yeah, having a food saver to actually reduce the amount of trucks needing to bring fuel, needing to bring food. So it's total 30%. I think it's worth it. Also, food production is expensive, farms and everything. Having a less food consumption seems like worth the unity for me. And I will put a maintenance reducer. It's extra 2 unity. I think I can afford that. Now. Okay, so water turns out to be important. Back to steel. So our steel was not keeping up because of input. Alright, now input seems to be doing great. Is it oxygen now not keeping up? Okay, there is no smokestack here. Alright. That would explain it. By the way, I would love to connect this oxygen, which is coming from FBR there. There's maybe, again, next time, you're gonna make a pipe. Because we have so much excess oxygen here, which is venting into the atmosphere for nothing. Because we're using hydrogen for vehicles and all that. Oxygen is not used for anything right now. Perfect. And we can then remove all these air separators or have them like a backup. All right. So this should hopefully, because the priority output is into the furnaces here. This is not giving us oxygen because of why? Because there's no... Oh, yeah, that's a problem. We had water which was coming from the excess nuclear water, which is currently non-existent. Which means I have to flip this, make it non-prioritized. In fact, prioritized everything else. And this water, yeah. Interesting, interesting. Some interesting things that I have done, you know, discontinuing nuclear power plant actually potentially stopped our silicon production and our steel production, which is quite interesting. All those dependencies, huh? I was trying to be, you know, resourceful and not waste the oxygen here from the electrolysis. I piped it into the steel. And yeah, that led me to this issue. Quite nice. All right. So steel, I'm making 24. So I want to see 240, stable 240 steel in this chart. We have not even achieved stable 240 yet. What was this? Some kind of construction, deconstruction, yeah. Oh, this was the construction for the, yeah, for the building. All right, so now it looks like it's doing a fairly consistent job. Everything is running. We have enough inputs. Steam is going here, which is powering our turbines, which now should be actually on P2 or P1 even. This is a waste power. It should be used whenever we can. P2 is enough. Right. I would also love to see our coal usage to be going down over time, which I think will be easiest to look at the over years. It was kind of wiggling around, but I think the trend would be here from now on, going down in the 25-year increments. I think it'd be easiest to see. All right. We are missing a little bit of construction part there. Now here, let me connect water, which I can steal from here, right? Not a big deal. Water right here. Oh, it's... Oh, I see. It's not as... Maybe here? Yeah, this little pipe is not accessible because of the... It has stuff from both sides. So... I can... just make a little... little fork here. Just like that. That's water. And then hydrogen. Is it hydrogen? I think it is. We could pipe it from there eventually. I think for now, storage will suffice. Just a small storage. I'll just put it right there. Hydrogen. Port. Unity is still not perfect. Consumer electronics is missing. Just costing us a little bit. Let me see my edicts. I can probably remove fuel saver. I'll be soon transitioning to hydrogen vehicles anyway. That's gonna give us extra unity. Yeah, and here I think I can probably leave trucks to just supply the rocket. So whenever it's done, they're gonna bring steel, gold, and electronics I can even quick deliver. Yeah, that's easy. No storage is even needed here. All right, steel is still low. Coal is out. Oh man, this coal mine has been serving us well, but getting more coal out of it is more and more painful. Yeah, there's lots of coal still remaining, especially on this side. Interestingly enough. Can maybe make a little ramp into this space. Gonna get this stuff out. Maybe like that. Oh yeah. And my hope is that by the time we are done with this mine, maybe we can completely transition into, no coal needed. We might need a little bit of coal here and there for some other recipes, but the furnaces is the main consumption. I was even thinking we could make coal out of wood. Honestly. I'm just worried to not completely... Yeah, making coal out of wood is a nicer way of making coal kind of indefinitely, right? So maybe we can expand our wood production to make coal. Next time, let's do it. Another time. Once we work on self-sustainability. So basically in the intro I mentioned that the rocket is not the final, and the reason is that I would like to make this island self-sustainable completely. So without mining, basically I can leave the game running forever and it's gonna just run. So basically we have to replace all mining by imports from other islands. All right, exempts, and just your question before on Twitch, you're asking, can make a maintenance box slightly larger or longer. What kind of maintenance box you're talking about? Is it the COI or are you talking about the building? I'm not sure. The vehicle repair. When you open the box to see how far what it needs. I'm not sure what box you're talking about. I mean, when I open the maintenance depot? You mean this stuff? Looks like a statistics. Yeah, you mean that the text is going outside of the UI? Yeah. So in our new UI, it's gonna be all figured out. We're gonna redo this in a better way so that there's no there's no clipping, and like this is all solved in the new UI in different ways. So we actually made it a little more compact, and we have like a hover that gives you more information. So it's gonna be all great. When is gonna be the update 3 released? The answer is likely Q1 next year. We're not gonna make it this year because for example the UI overhaul is taking time. If it was only trains, we probably could make it this year, but we would like to have the update not only about trains but also other things. We have other plans for new machines, updated machines potentially, and we'd like to squeeze a little bit more in than just trains to make it a little more fresh for everyone. That's why it's gonna take next. Yeah, John is saying that it would be nice to flag certain notifications to be more critical, like red. I agree. And I think we can probably make it work. For example, when you say the alert to be kind of critical, so it shows up red instead of orange for certain critical, like the settlement water, right? As I had right here. I agree it would be nice to have a kind of a maybe extra checkbox or something to make it extra critical to show up red. So I agree, that would be certainly a nice feature to have. All right. So is my rocket being built? It is. We have all the electronics, all the gold, steel. Steel turned out to be the bottleneck this run, which I didn't expect. I thought it was going to be all smooth sailing. We're just going to build these 2 buildings and that's it. But we have upgraded this whole, upgraded and extended this whole setup, which is quite nice. Steel, let's see. Do I have 240 steel now? I still don't. What is going on? This one doesn't have steel. Exhaust. Oh man, is that the exhaust that I was saying it's not gonna be a problem? And it is a problem now. Oh, I clicked it, sorry. You know what? It was probably true that 1 is not enough. It was probably true that 1 tier 3 pipe is not enough. And yeah, okay, whatever. All right, so well, I think we have to double it up. I was thinking it was not a problem, but I think still it is. Perhaps if we upgrade the iron, it would be okay, but we haven't upgraded iron yet. So I'm just gonna do this. More exhaust than I was thinking. More exhaust than I predicted. Yeah, this is usually what's a good way of debugging those issues with, you know, if you expect a certain production and it's not hitting it, then you might investigate a little further and see what is the bottleneck basically. I saw that the exhaust is still a problem here. Hopefully it's going to clear up quickly. Given that now there is a separate pipe completely. I can see now we are actually having too much exhaust since we deleted the scrubbers. That's alright. We'll replace these iron furnaces next time. That will reduce the exhaust roughly by half. Even more, actually more than half. I could do it today, but I feel that we are nearing the time, so I'd rather not end up in the middle of transition. And you already saw me replacing these. It's gonna be, I can make it off stream, right? This replacing is not as interesting since we already done it once. I can actually put concrete there. I can see we have some holes in the concrete from the removed coal belts. The concrete can be filled up. And this nook that I have removed, I will probably just replace, or maybe just like that. And here I can just remove the paint. Oop. Like nothing happened. Alright, are we making 240 steel now? That's my question. 216. Getting close. It's still exhaust. Right, so these last two already have... Oh, this one. For some reason, this one has exhaust issues. Did I mess up something here? It's very interesting that there must be some bottleneck somewhere. How much exhaust do we producing? 360 plus... is it too much exhaust actually? For the furnaces to even... Alright, let's do the math real quick. 360 plus 120. It's 480. Ooh, is it just barely? But sometimes scrap will get less exhaust, right? So... You know what I can do to kind of equalize? No, but it's only... It's not all 10... Oh, it is actually, because this pipe is going to be the bottleneck, actually. Okay, what I can do... If this pipe is bottleneck, I can do this. Actually. Kind of spread between two pipes. Okay, this seems to work. All right. Oop, power outage. Oh dear, what's going on? Power outage. It seems... I like to look at the rotating generators. This must have been some kind of hiccup. I don't believe we have any issues with power. Alright. Oh, I missed the rocket. Oh man, I wanted to show you how the rocket opens up from the building. Totally missed that one. Well, I guess it's gonna be actually a little surprise when you build it in your game. I guess no spoilers, right? You're gonna see that actually the roof opens. We spent a lot of time making this an animation nice. The roof opens, the rocket kind of erects on the little vehicle, and the vehicle delivers it. Delivers it there. So. Ivan has some questions. Feel free to ask. Exam is saying that many games change the UI so that they're ugly and you don't want to play them anymore. Well, that's a risk. We will show you the UI before. I think we're going to make a blog post eventually showing the UI, and we're going to listen to feedback, what you guys have to say. I think it's hard. For me, it's actually hard going back, because now we have like certain prototype in the game, which is already kind of like halfway there, and it looks so nice. I'm kind of opening this UI. I was like, whoa, I wish I could have the new UI here. I think it's better. I think it's better. It's more kind of detailed, more professional looking. I think you're gonna like it. It's matching, I think, our theme of the game, our theme, the game. So, but we'll see. We'll show you in the blog post, and you guys can all comment out feedback. Yeah, feedback on the UI. All right. So I think all we have left today is to launch the rocket. And for next time, well, actually next week, I will not be here. I'm actually taking vacation next week. I haven't taken vacation for a while, so it's a good time. You know, there's no rush in particular. So I'll be taking vacation next week, but then the week after we'll be back, and I will be trying to make the alliance self-sustainable. So I'll be figuring out what contracts to use, which contracts are useful for me, and how to kind of stop mining, how to, for example, let's say if we want to coal, right? I can either make cement for coal, or lab equipment 3 for coal, or household goods. Coal has lots of choices actually. Or I can make coal out of wood. That's going to be, I would need a contract, but I would need lots of wood for that. And in fact, talking about coal, I can even exchange this for quartz, and quartz is important for electronics. You can make sand. Lots of options. Interesting little loop there is you can buy crude oil with gold, then you can sell diesel for gold. And if you kind of make the loop, you can make it a little bit of a kind of a gold positive. So you can actually generate gold by processing diesel and that. So that's maybe interesting to kind of keep our refinery alive, to do it this way. Or we can just sell servers for gold ore and process it that way. So lots of options. Interesting thing to kind of consider all those things. That's going to be basically the next kind of phase of this stream of figuring out the contract, self-sustainability, and trying to stabilize. I'll probably take a few streams. I'll also decommission this nuclear power plant next stream. I'm not going to do it today. It's not, I'll leave it for you guys to see, but it's just, removing everything and making sure that we keep the stuff we need and we don't have extra nuclear waste anywhere, which I think currently we do have here. Yeah. So we would like to transport this to our reprocessing facility, probably. Reprocess everything. Yeah, let me quickly check the questions before I launch the rocket. So I think Ivan had some questions. Started saying that my reactors are using dynamic regulation, which is unnecessary. It depends. I can save some fuel, even though they are so efficient with fuel efficient that doesn't really matter. I like to keep my turbines on auto balance and just use as much as I need. Sometimes it's a little risky, right? Because if the auto balance fails, let's suddenly overheat. But that's a preference, so I like to do that. So Ivan's asking how to delete downloaded maps. So maps are actually synced via Steam. So I believe Steam is probably syncing you the maps back in. So the best way to delete them and let Steam know it's deleted is to delete them while the game is running. I think if you delete the maps while the game is running, that Steam should kind of think that the game deleted them, and then when you end the game, it'll sync the deleted state into the Steam cloud. However, it's actually a good, interesting point that you've made, that it is true that the Steam synchronization will make the maps deletion not as a smooth user experience as we thought. Resyncing the maps because, like if you, for example, play the game on multiple devices, we thought that this way you can get the maps. Also, this is a good way how to get the maps on GeForce Now, because GeForce Now doesn't allow you to change the game files. But if you open the game, if you install the game on anything, work computer or whatever, and just put the game and sync them into the Steam cloud, then you can have them on GeForce Now, for example, because it's auto-synced. So that's the reason. Even though, strictly speaking, if you have a save file, it has the map inside of it. So you don't need to have the map file separately. You can still play the old save files and all that. But yes, try to deleting the files while the game is running. And I think this is a great feedback for us, because we can actually maybe add a delete button in the game to delete the custom maps from the game. And they would be, obviously, they will solve the issue. So yeah, thanks for the feedback. I wasn't aware of that issue. Oh, did I pronounce your name correctly? Yeah, I'm originally from Europe, so your name sounds a little bit of Eastern European to me. I guess Matt Trekker is asking if we can pin UI boxes in the new UI. That's a very interesting question, because sometimes you want to compare two things at the same time, and I agree. And you know what? It is a new feature in the new UI. You can pin UI boxes, so you can open multiple at the same time, and you can compare them. It has been some work, but I think we made it work, and it's a now feature. So it's in the corner next to the close button. There's a pin button now, the new UI, so you'll be able to do that. So hopefully that's you can open a car, and then you can put it on the side, pin it, and then you can open the storage. You You can do all that in the new UI, which is obviously a huge upgrade, right? We're using completely different framework. This is using the old Unity framework for UI, and in fact, the old framework is being deprecated. However, even before that, we were trying to use the new UI framework. And the thing is, the Unity framework does not provide features like pinning windows or anything like that. We had to write everything from scratch. The UI framework only basically gives you like, hey, you want to draw a rectangle with a texture, then that's it. Like, it's a rectangle drawing library kind of thing with textures and with some maybe UI events like hover and stuff. But it's very bare bones. You can't make a UI like this using Unity UI, using kind of the elements. You have to, make it yourself. So using UI framework is, the pinning is not that. It's not because of Unity framework or something. It's because we made the effort to actually make the pinning work and stuff like that. All right, do you have any other questions regarding the maps? Yeah, map's a good point. I'll note it down. That's a good point, definitely. All right, we are still low on steel. That's all right. Did they already mine this? That's fast. Man, these big excavators are really... They have some mining power. All right, let's continue stripping down this area. Oh, we are low on sand anyway. Trucks can't reach something. What are you reaching, truck? We're trying to reach... Oh, the concrete? All right. Let me help you out. Anything more? It's gonna be fine. Right, let's assume everything is fine. All right. Well, maybe I will wait for sunny weather. But this is gonna be it for me today. Thanks a lot for tuning in. Again, I am gonna be out next week. But after that, we're gonna be working on safe sustainability. And so, to answer one last question on Twitch, are we putting maps on Steam Workshop? We will not. We are having our own COI Hub website for that. And the reason is that we can have much tighter integration with our game and stuff like that. We can mark obsolete maps. We can show the resources on the map and all that. So we think that it's a better user experience in general. All right. I'm just waiting for a sun. I wanted to have a sunny weather. It's cloudy now. So, you better launch rockets when it's nice weather, right? That's the only thing that matters. So I'll just slowly wait for the sunny. Of course, it's raining when you want to launch a rocket. Some more issues. We are gonna all ignore them because we are launching rocket. Oh, this guy? Oh man, the crater. All right, that's gonna be for next time. Sunny weather, perhaps? Or partially cloudy? I think partially cloudy is fine, probably. All right, folks. I'll start the countdown. And see you next time.
4, 3, 2, 1, lift off.